Is that even?
Yeah. Nice and straight. Like your mum.
That's not what she said last night.
Should we get a BTS?
It's cute, right?
It's cute. BTS. Hello and welcome back, everybody.
So episode 8.
Woo!
Which is
season 1, because we might continue on.
Who fucking knows? Honestly, it's a problem for future us how we're gonna structure this.
Wing everything until someone sponsors us and we get some money. We're looking at every single person who watches this right now.
Also, headphones.
Oh yeah, true.
How fucking cute.
I only did one half. So today we are going to do a topic as usual. And we have something way more fun for the end of our episode.
We have stories. We got a few. We're not going to be able to read out all of them. So if you don't hear yours,
sorry.
Another time.
Maybe you make the cut next time. There are really good ones. Shout out to our friends and followers who sent them in.
Yeah.
They are awesome. I definitely look at you all differently now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, we tried to give him nipple piercings.
Oh yeah, we did. Is it still there?
Currently not on his nipple, but there's one
it's underneath.
and the other one is nowhere to be seen.
All right, let's
We're
draw
gonna
a
draw a
topic.
topic.
Conspiracy theories.
There's so many.
Okay, wait. Let's just talk about our favorite conspiracy theories because I have a few. My favorite conspiracy theory is the Titanic. That it was sunk on purpose. Okay, this is from heaps of conspiracy videos that I've watched.
Yeah.
JP Morgan, the dude who was opening the big banks over in America, the Bank of America, and there was like a couple billionaires in America who he needed their money for him to be able to open this bank.
Okay.
And these billionaires were against it.
Mm.
All of these billionaires who were against this Bank of America were on that ship. JP Morgan was also on that ship. And then he got off that ship right before it disembarked. And then it sinks. All of those billionaires disappear with that ship.
That's a lot of people to kill.
2 weeks later, Bank of America.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that until a year ago. And I was like, this Titanic is my favorite movie.
Yeah, I know. We had a conversation about this. I've been to the Titanic exhibition and you're going
I'm going. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people to kill.
But okay.
Or like a couple of billionaires.
Yeah, okay. But
and they were the ones that got on the boat. There's another one. Fucking moon landing.
Oh, yeah.
Which they're making a movie about now. With Channing Tatum. And like, I think he's in it. Yeah,
what a weird
and Scarlett Johansson.
I love him too, but I don't.
You saw him in Deadpool, as Gambit.
I did.
What was that accent? I know, hilarious.
Yeah,
it's a New Orleans accent or something, and it's super niche. And like, they wanted him to play this character for years, but they're like, the character's really weird. So they put it in Deadpool 3 because it makes sense in Deadpool.
When I saw him play that character, I was like, what the fuck? This is not a Channing Tatum character.
This isn't Step Up 2.
I know, he's not sexy. What the fuck?
I still...
You thought he was
that
sexy?
Little face mask was sexy, dude. I don't know.
No, Titanic was my favorite conspiracy theory because I have watched it. I've been a big fan of it. I've seen it so many times. So then for me to find out that the story, there's like a whole part of that story that isn't told.
That's so insane, though. They hit an iceberg. How do you do that?
But how does an unsinkable ship hit an iceberg that big, knowing that these ships travel across the Antarctic all the time?
Yeah. Not for me. Mine's about Avril Lavigne not being Avril Lavigne.
Oh my gosh. Did you see the podcast where they interviewed her?
Yeah. What is the name that they call her?
Melissa?
Melissa is like, that's what Melissa would say.
That's what Melissa would say.
Oh my god, so fucking
But do you believe that?
No, I think it's her, but I think the fact that so many people saw how different she looked and thought that.
Well, you see Blake Lively's getting cancelled now for It Ends With Us.
Yeah, I have.
Huge. And this is huge because, she's in the besties circle with Taylor Swift. So her and Taylor Swift, she's the godmother to Blake Lively's and Ryan Reynolds' kids. So Deadpool was released like the same time as It Ends With Us, and there's a few other artists who release music at the same time as well. And Tay-Tay loves to, give her support out on her social medias to all of her friends as well. So she would share songs and movies and all that kind of stuff. She, on this week or last week or whenever it all came out, she shared Deadpool. She shared a few songs of artists who just released songs. She didn't share anything Blake Lively. And that's her best friend. And so it's like one of those, everyone's like, because Taylor Swift doesn't like getting caught in controversy. Yeah. Because she already has enough of her own. She
gets enough, yeah.
So I haven't seen It Ends With Us, but I heard she's glorifying domestic violence.
I've actually listened to a podcast about it.
And I'm actually intrigued to see it now just because of the backlash
I'll watch it with you. I've got a copy of the book. And my friend gave it to me years ago, and I've never read it because I was like, soppy romance. I had no idea it was about DV because the fucking cover is like flowers. And her name is fucking Lily Blossom Bloom or some bullshit, like Powerpuff Girl name. And she's a florist. So the context I know about the book is that she's a florist and she's seeing, she's caught between two guys. One of them is a surgeon and he's very successful and has got a bullshit name like Ryle or something like that. That should be Ryan or Kyle, pick one. And then there's another guy, his name's Atlas, and he's homeless or some bullshit. Like, he's, like, got nothing. And he's the nice one. It's a very shallow concept. So the whole idea is that it's crazy because the nice one has nothing, and then the asshole that beats her up is a surgeon. Like, that is, like, the depth of the book. And so this guy is beating her up throughout the book. And he's going hot and cold, so you like him and then you don't, which is realistic in a DV situation. Like, I haven't read it or seen it. So this is just from what I have read. But there's no circular ending for domestic violence victims. It doesn't have like the tonality that it should for something that's about mental health. And the fucking press tour is completely tone deaf. Except for everything with Justin Baldoni. And then Blake Lively's like, come with your girls, get a glass of wine, dress up and come to the cinema, buy my hair care. So all of their marketing is like for a girly rom-com, like Mamma Mia, but it's about domestic violence.
I did see a lot of people on TikTok ripping on the marketing for It Ends With Us because they were marketing very much the same way that Taylor Swift was marketing the Eras Tour.
I see that.
And then you go and watch it and people were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But now that I've seen all the backlash, I'm genuinely interested to see what the backlash is about. Because, like, tone deaf fucking domestic violence in movies is a thing all the time.
It is. I think the reason that people are holding it to a standard is because it's being marketed with films like Deadpool and these blockbuster films that have made so much money with these big stars, and then they're not addressing a widely experienced issue. And I think that's why people are like, you should know better. And that's obviously a thing that celebrities hear a lot and films will hear a lot. Do you know about what has been said between, like, the drama between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni?
No.
So
I heard that Justin's not speaking to her at the moment. Like, unfollowed her on Instagram and everything. Yeah.
The reason people are bad-mouthing Blake is because not only is she marketing the film like this and promoting her fucking hair care and all the press, but she has said that Justin Baldoni held a kiss too long and it made her uncomfortable, where she mentioned that she was the intimacy coordinator, which makes no sense because that's meant to be a third party who coordinates those things, says how many seconds you kiss for, and then moderates that. So if she was the intimacy coordinator, she should have been telling him how long that should be. So then
also, I didn't know an intimacy coordinator was a thing.
Oh, okay. So that's a thing for films to make sure that anything because you can't just go, okay, make out. Like, it has to be choreographed because it's like a health thing. Yeah. And they like tape down guys' boners and stuff and like everything because
I've always thought about that.
Yeah, no, they tape them down to their legs so that no one's having anything inappropriate happening. And she also said that she was uncomfortable because he had to pick her up for a scene and he's hurt his back in the past, and asked her how much she weighed. And she was like, I'm postpartum. You can't ask me how much I weigh. Which I understand where both of them are coming from. He wasn't asking to be like, how much do you weigh, you fat bitch? Yeah. And she wasn't, and obviously she'd still feel uncomfortable.
Self-conscious.
Yeah. You can't help how you feel when someone asks you how much you weigh. You're like,
but business is business, babe. Do your job.
And she knows that.
Yeah.
So the conspiracy theory is that all of this drama is just a ploy for marketing for the film. Because you and I are talking about this right now, and we're going, we don't know if we want to see it.
No, I want to see it now.
But we now want to see it because there's so much drama.
I want to know what the drama is.
And I think that's kind of meta. But also shitty to people who are victims of domestic violence because they've got
they're the ones
story.
they're the ones raising their voices right now about this movie.
Yeah.
We'll pause.
We're going to pause and then we're going to read some funny as fuck stories from you people. You fucking freaks. They're insane. Hello, we're back and we're ready to expose you.
Fuck, we have some stories for you. Okay. Welcome to the tea.
Yes.
This is our sex tea.
This is your sex tea.
This is your sex tea. This is
via us.
So for this episode, we've decided to get some of your sex horror stories or just like dating horror stories, whatever you felt like giving information to us for. I've got some funny ones. So I'm going to read one of these out.
They're so good. And if you're watching this and you have some, feel free to send them in because we'll probably do this again because...
We will absolutely do this again because this was fucking funny.
Oh my God, this is my new favourite hobby.
By Anonymous. On a trip overseas with my ex-partner, visiting her home city, and we were staying at her sister's friend's house while he was away. We're having fun one night, and I look down and see just blood everywhere. And I was like, did you just get your period out of nowhere? Something has happened here. We begin inspecting and see that the blood is coming fair out of my knob. There's a full slice in the top of it. And because we're mid-fun times, all the blood is in that area and it's just bleeding everywhere. All over this random dude.
How can he not? Okay.
Just extra wetness.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like, how do you, if your cock's like split in half, he's like, oh, there's blood everywhere. You on your period? Do you not feel the blood pissing out of the end of your cock?
All over this random dude's sheets. He's never met this random dude. All up the hallway. The works. She would not stop bleeding. Turns out, her IUD had fully scratched his knob with one of the wires that kind of hang down of it.
So
he said 1010 would not recommend.
Okay. So he's got a massive dick, for one. If he's got his dick in her fucking cervix with a fucking IUD, like how the fuck?
Maybe it was hanging out.
Her IUD just like...
I was going to say, yeah, unless it's like falling out a little.
I don't know. I've never had one because
I've never had one.
The fucking vaginal clamps scare me. Let alone the fucking... I just can't get over the fact.
I'm imagining, and it's like fucking hydro fucking planing out of his dick.
I can't get over the fact that he thought it was coming from her and his fucking dick is split in half.
Yeah, because I guess like if he saw blood, the first thing he would think wouldn't be him.
Period. I know, but
wouldn't he have felt it?
Right.
Or maybe like she was just super tight. That was my first one. That was great. That was hilarious.
That's cool.
I'm never, ever, ever getting an IUD, by the way.
I want to know how they got the sheets clean and everything then, I guess.
I reckon, did they just ghost the house? Like quickly pack their shit and leave it as a crime scene? Fucking blood everywhere.
I've done that with fake tan. Oh my God. Yeah, I hooked up with a guy. We're at an Airbnb hotel. And I went to an awards night the night before and I had like a lot of tan on. And I woke up the next morning and the white sheets had like a butt print. It was so embarrassing.
I put my butt print literally on the toilet seat every time I tan.
Literally, but that's like your toilet seat and you can get it off the toilet seat. These were white sheets in an Airbnb.
And it's like got the one butt cheek and then the little gap and then the other butt cheek.
Yeah, and he was like, do you like, is it like easy for your makeup to come out of the sheets and stuff? And I was like, that's not makeup, but no. And so I gave him $20 and he left it on the fucking bed.
Hilarious.
It was so embarrassing, dude.
Let's go to story number 2. Would you like to read your story out?
Yeah, which one? Oh, that one? Okay. This one's funny because it's so wholesome.
We love the wholesome ones.
So, it says it's not really a horror story. It's a little bit goofy, so he's going to try and keep it short. But this is after Fright Nights in 2022. And everyone was out at the club celebrating and drinking, and he got very drunk. And a chick wanted to go back to his place after, and, okay, he said, and I quote, "I was definitely way too drunk to consent, but that's another story. Ha ha ha." Like, what the fuck? Are you okay? Are you okay? I might have to send him a message after this.
Also, give us the other story. As if you would say, that's for another story. No, bro.
No, we want all the
We want the whole fucking story.
Oh my god, I'm dying. Anyway, we were doing The Devil's Deed, but we put on Road to El Dorado in the background, and I've never seen it. And Courtney, when I say that my drunken ass got invested in that film, I mean I got invested. Like, I completely zoned out and just started to watch the movie from start to finish and went on autopilot with the sex. We're still having sex with her and watching El Dorado. I said I was so drunk that El Dorado was my main focus, and when the movie ended, I pretended to finish and went to sleep. Okay, also, how
does a guy pretend to finish?
If you're a guy.
Like, you can't, like, it's there, or it's not.
Comes gone.
And then spit and wipe it down there.
Yeah,
and make it like
where do you even, did he like fold over onto the sheet?
How do you pretend cum?
I know how you pretend cum, but how do you pretend?
Wait! How do you pretend cum? No, not us, men.
Yeah,
men, men, it has to come out.
I'm picturing that maybe he's like rolled over onto the sheet instead of like to come on her. Or was he wearing a condom?
I was going to say, maybe he was wearing a condom and she didn't even know.
Maybe people practice safe sex. I was like,
I did not even think of it. We're sluts.
Oh my god.
Whores.
We are whores.
Whore.
Fuck. And this guy's sending us like a fucking story about Road to El Dorado, and we're like, how do you think?
I think the irony of this is two women asking a man how to fake an orgasm.
No, I've given up on faking orgasms. Okay?
Oh yeah, you have real ones now. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I have decent sex, and
oh no, I do now. It's all right.
I'll leave all of that in. Anyway, I think that was the end of it.
I'm gonna leave all of that. Like it's a threat.
Oh yeah, because he said, I'm probably not doing the story enough justice, but sometimes I wonder what she was thinking, because it was definitely so obvious that my attention was just on the movie. LMAO.
I mean,
this is the same as your sock story, because you didn't know if
yeah, no, that's true.
If man was like, oh, she's looking at her socks.
Yeah, but I wasn't fully into this. I wasn't fully into my socks and thinking about you. Like that was only a second.
Yeah, I know, but then after the second, you're like, did you notice?
Yeah. I did think about that, but afterwards.
But he's watched a whole movie.
Yeah, that's like it wasn't a whole.
No, you know what people say? They say you do doggy so you can both watch the movie.
And I have done that.
Yeah.
And I like to put a good movie on when I'm giving head to.
You have to have a good movie for sex, because sometimes it's weird.
And for head, because if you don't, well, if you get bored of it and he's taken ages, I put a movie on.
Yeah, it depends. Can they see that you're not? They can see that you're not looking.
Yeah, I don't care if they can see that. They're getting their dick sucked. What else do they want from me? You're getting everything they want. Why do you want me to look at them
on the Netflix fucking?
Change the channel and come back up.
You're like, actually, I can't see. Can you like?
Can you put the Kardashians on? Yeah. Gobbies and Kim K, my favorite. All right, next one. Oh, that was great. My next one's great too. This one makes me laugh because I'm trying to think of who it might be, but I don't want to. All right, so this one comes in. She goes, I once had sex with a guy who thought he put it in, but he didn't put it anywhere except between my leg and my flap. He moaned and groaned, and it continued like that the whole fucking time. And I was beside myself, embarrassed for him. I didn't even say anything. I just allowed it to happen. He literally came all over my fucking leg, and he was a popular guy with the ladies. And still to this day, I see pics of him, and I'm still fucking speechless and confused about that night.
So he fucked her flap.
He fucked her leg.
Wait, did she say how long they were fucking for?
No, but I mean, no. She said that she let him finish.
Long enough for him to for her to make the conscious decision of, that's not the right place. It's been too long now. If I say something now, it would be weird. He's really going at it. He's really into it. Oh, he's finished it. Okay.
I'm just thinking of how little that dick had to have been for it to not even have felt the fact that it wasn't in. She knew 100% it wasn't it.
You know.
But as a dude, how do you not know?
How the fuck? Was he a virgin?
I don't know.
He was popular with the
No,
ladies.
he wouldn't have been.
You
If
can
he was...
be popular in other ways.
That is true. That is true. I wonder if it's the same. I
my
wonder if
God.
it's the same micro penis dude as I did.
I wonder if it was his virginity. And like that story he's been going around telling his friends, like, oh yeah, I lost it to this chick.
No, you didn't. You fucked her leg.
You fucked her leg, you humped her leg like a fucking dog.
That one is gold. Thank you for sending that one
I
in.
kind of want her to send him like a letter or something going, by the way,
you fucked my leg. Sorry, it's too much of a little town.
I know, but that's the funny thing. She has a night that she's like, fuck it, you know what?
You fucked my
Burning
leg.
all my bridges.
If he got like
You
really,
fucked my leg.
if he got like really famous or something, she's just like
That's
at a
the
concert
moment.
or a game,
That's the time.
like with a fucking thing. You fucked my leg once. All right, we do have one more. I'm gonna let you share the honors of this voice memo story.
Okay, this is the best to last. I know you're watching this. If you're watching this, I fucking love you, and thanks for letting us do this because
This got
we
sent
were
through.
too lazy to like turn it into like.
No, we weren't
text.
gonna write this out in words because we got this in a voice memo and it was so fucking golden that we didn't want to turn it into text.
No,
Like I cried on the floor. It was so funny.
yeah, Maddie fell on the floor and fucking stacked it on her chair.
Okay, so you might have to edit some of this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like
Didn't
babble on or
edit any
whatever.
of it.
But so or like if you just want to type it out,
I
even
did
like
text her
don't
for consent.
use my voice because it's really bad right now. But I on Tinder really late at night, and
No, I had to go back because I said her name.
Privacy reasons.
so or like if you just want to type it out, even like don't use my voice because it's really bad right now. But I matched with a guy on Tinder really late at night, and he was driving back from Brisbane, so we chatted on the phone while he was driving back from Brisbane, and he picked me up from our place, and he drove us to a public park, so it was like midnight, and I wasn't feeling very well, but I was committed to the bit because I was kind of in my slut era, and I was just like matching with people on Tinder and just like seeing them straight up and then never speaking to them again. But anyway, we went to the park, we were making out in the car, and then we started doing it on the park bench. And then I started going down on him, and he was quite large and very aggressive actually, but we won't get into that. And he basically fucked my face until he came, and it was like so much gun. He hit the back of my throat so fast and so hard that as soon as it did, he like tried to hold me like onto him so that he could finish like fully inside of my throat. But as soon as it hit the back of my throat, like projectile vomit came like without any warning, and there was no conscious way to stop it. And like trying to push him off me, and he wouldn't let go. And so like, you know, when like you put your hand over your mouth when you try to like stop your vomit, well, that happened. That ended up happening like right in his crotch area, like a massive fucking sprinkler of projectile spew. And it wasn't just a little bit of spew, like it was a lot of throw up. And yeah, I wish I could say that I didn't see him again. Yeah, I did it for the plot. Let's just say that's not the only time I have thrown up on a man's dick. Maybe the universe is telling me something, Courtney.
Lesbian.
We've played two lesbian roles together.
To talk about on your podcast, but I think it's pretty funny. Anyway, love you, and I hope you have a good night. Can't wait to see you on Friday.
I love her. I love you.
Wait, there's one more little bit.
Yeah. Shoot.
Also, I didn't say this, but the reason I found it so funny is because it was like yes, I was covered in vomit, but like he was also covered in vomit. So, and it was like his fault, and he was like more covered in vomit, like it sprayed upwards, like towards his face, because he was obviously looking down at me, and I'm like looking down, so like it sprayed like above me and like into his face, and so I thought that was so funny. But yeah. Karma.
Karma. That story And
my
all I
God.
want to, well, actually, I already know the answer to that.
Oh my
Like,
God.
in my head, like, if I was him, I would have been like, you're gross, but she obviously was seeing him after that.
No, yeah, she dated this guy. She fucking told me this. So, face fucking for one. Prison. I can't be face fucked. Don't fucking face fuck me.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
do it. Like
I would bite it.
bit, but the vomiting.
My soul left my body when I heard her say that, because fuck me, that was so funny. This is my biggest fear, because I have a gag reflex that's so bad. Like, I can look at someone who's vomiting and vomit.
Yeah, dead set.
So, like, if something touches my throat, I'm gonna vomit. Head jobs are like, I have to, in my head, convince myself I'm not going to vomit every single time, just because it's touching my gag reflex.
Girl, Glock 9000. You gotta get them 2 hands in. Dead set. That one was so fucking funny though.
I guess I do have a horror story of my own, but it's not really a horror story. It's more of a, this happened to me story.
I would call it a horror story.
At the time, it was fucking horrific, but like,
Yeah.
I look back on it now, it's just funny.
No, but it's empathy.
Yeah,
for
okay, so
yourself.
I was 17 and my boyfriend was 18 at the time, and we went for a drive to have sex in his car. And it was like super late at night. We were having sex in the back seat. We were done, and we decided to cuddle. And we fell asleep. And we were still naked at this point, but like, it was fucking 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. It was dark. There was no one getting around. There was a tiny ass town. So if someone's getting around, you see them coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
We were at this random park, and it would have had to have been like 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 1. I was asleep, and I wake up to a knock on the window of the car, and I look up, and it's a fucking torch. And I have a panic attack because I'm naked.
Yeah.
I'm underage.
Yeah.
I have an 18-year-old naked man next to me who happens to be my boyfriend at the time, and a fucking torch shining in. And then I hear it, excuse me, miss. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's the cops. I'm underage. I'm naked in this boy's car. We wind down the window a little bit because it had one of those
like a winder.
Yeah. And he was like, can you please get decent and step out of the vehicle, please? So I'm in the back fucking throwing on, like, not t-shirt, but I threw my hoodie back on. I put my pants, no underwear, like, everything as quickly as I could. And then, like, he's just asking questions. What are you doing out here? How old are you?
What are you doing? Okay.
Like, obviously you know what I'm doing out here.
Up to the car, he would know there's 2 kids fucking in that car. I'm going to be evil and go knock on the door. Or maybe he was just a fucking pervert. That's what it sounds like to me.
Kind of. He had his torch on my naked body. But anyway, he did ask for my ID.
Which you didn't have.
Which I said I didn't have on me at the time. To which I didn't. I only had a fucking school ID on me.
Because you were 17.
I might have even been 16. Like, I don't even recall having a license at this point.
Yeah.
Fuck, that would have made me 15 even. Okay. But he was definitely 18. No, so I was 16. I was 16 if he was 18.
Scary cop.
Yeah, I faked everything. I was like, I'm 19. I come from Wagga Wagga. Like, I don't live here. I'm just here visiting family. This is my boyfriend. My parents had a massive fight, so we decided to just go for a drive, and we had sex and laid here. And then he was like, it's best time that you two get going home, please.
Why the fuck?
And we got into the front of the car and drove off, and that car sat there for a while. Like, we could see it still sitting there.
The cop seeing you is the same vibe as, like, when you're out clubbing and your friend tells you your boob's been out for 30 minutes. Well, I have a dress that's, like, very, like, open at the front. Like, and if it doesn't sit in the right spot, it's very low cut, but it's, like, 2 straps. And there's been nights where I've been out. I was at dinner at fucking Maggie Chew, and my sister was like, your nipple's out.
That is my only horror story.
I don't really have any at the moment that I can think of that I can share.
I do think it's weird that you high-five people after sex.
It's not a thing that I do. I did it that one time. I did it one time.
And now you're never going to
And I'm never, ever going to hear the end of it.
It's going to be on your tombstone. High-fives during sex.
It was too quiet. I wasn't going to say some, like, weird cliche thing where you look at them and you're like,
that was good.
That was amazing. Fucking figure out what to say. I just went...
High five. When I see him, I'm going to give him a high five.
The second time we had sex, he was like, I'm not high-fiving you this time.
Were you offended? Were you like, why wasn't it good? All right, we got to go now because it's
We
getting
do.
late.
But thanks for sending those in. They were actually fucking iconic. If you have any more, send them. We got a few others.
Maybe
we
put
might
them
do
into the
another
next
one. Yeah, we might put them in the next one. But this is all that my little editing brain can probably handle over the next week. But yeah, stay tuned because we're going to have some fun stuff coming up for our last few episodes.
2 more episodes to go, guys, and then we're going on a break.
Yeah.
Holidays.
Going on holiday.
Hashtag hot girl summer. In
Not the
winter.
hashtag. It is
It's
actually
spring.
hot as fuck now.
It is. We have a massive heat wave.
Get a fucking tan.
Yeah.
Skin
All right.
cancer.
See you next week, fuckers.
We'll see you next week.
Keep up with those sex stories. Keep fucking.
Keep fucking and then keep telling us about it because we want to hear everything.
Bye,
Bye.
bitches.
Oh, I sucked my hand.
Ew.
Ew. We didn't talk about butt stuff.
Oh, quick, wait.
Wait, no.
Butt stuff! Butt stuff! Oh my god!
Butt stuff!
Because we have to be sponsored by Coke. Oh my god!